Alright, we're going to start off with a dozen playing cards. These are already slightly distressed. I think they're probably from Tim Holtz. I'm going to bring some sandpaper in and scuff them up. I use 60 grit, pretty heavy-duty sandpaper, and I'm going to scuff them up. Alright, they're all sanded and dusted off. I'm bringing in my box of goodies, underpants, ephemera, all kinds of things, and I'm going to start gluing things on the cards with Mod Podge. So if you put underpants on and just leave it for a moment until it dries a little bit, you can tear the underpants off and it leaves a little bit of fun stuff on the card. And then of course you can use those pieces on another card. Alright, go back through your stuff and find some fun little images and glue those onto your cards as the next layer. So we have a card, sanding, underpants, some fun images. Don't give too much thought to this. You are just building layers. Okay, when you're happy with all the goodies on your cards, bring in your gesso. We're going to take two cards, mash them together. Creating some nice texture on those cards. So do that to all your cards. Gesso on two cards, mash them together, pull them apart, let them dry. Alright, everybody's dry. I'm going to bring in the green gold and put a little bit on each piece. Spray them all with a little bit of water. Bring in my spatula that I played with the gesso and drag the color over the cards. Just random. And do that to all the cards. And we're going to let those dry. Okay, when these are dry, I'm going to bring in my sanding block. I use the 60 and I'm going to rough these up. Alright, I have everybody all scuffed up, brought some of the texture back up. These are already beautiful. I'm going to bring in oil pastel crayon. Distress crayons will work. Gelatos might work. And I'm going to add some color to some spots on each card. There again, just randomly adding color, not thinking about it too much, just playing. And do that to each card. Right, all the cards have the oil pastel. I'm going to bring in, this is my new favorite, stencil from the Crafter's Workshop, and a baby wipe. And I'm going to go in and remove some of the dots. You can remove as much as you'd like or leave as much as you'd like. And then we will let those dry. More texture. So I sprayed them with the funky fuchsia. I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to bring in a rubber stamp of my choice. This is a crackly one and stays on, and I'm going to stamp each card. All right, we have some gorgeous cards here. I'm going to bring my sanding block back in and bring some of the back texture back up. I'd like to see a little bit more texture on the cards. This is a shelf liner with white acrylic paint. And go through and add some markings to all the cards. Here are my colorful cards. I love them. The next thing is to decide what we're going to do with it. Are we going to make a wall hanging, something for in shadow box, a book? Yet to be decided. So they're ready for their images.